Thousands of years ago, people migrated to what is now North America. These people came in several groups and split into many other groups until hundreds of Native American nations had spread across the continent. Until the end of the 15th century, American Indians were the only people in North America. But in the 16th and 17th centuries, a large influx of European explorers settled in what is today America, bringing with them all sorts of problems for the Native Americans. European diseases and weapons resulted in mass deaths, and the European people often treated American Indians horribly, taking their land and abusing or killing them. Before the Europeans arrived, though, life had its own type of difficulties. Wars between Indian nations caused pain and death. Droughts, floods, and other natural disasters ruined food stocks. Disease and animal attacks also contributed to the harsh reality of life many years ago. Like many other cultures, Native Americans made sense of their world through storytelling. Events that seemed random, like natural disasters, could be explained in terms of the Great Spirit and how he was displeased with the actions of men. There are hundreds of American Indian nations, all with their own language and culture. However, one thing that they share in common is a rich oral tradition. That is, they have stories passed down from generation to generation through spoken language. The stories passed down through the oral tradition of Native Americans are ways of recording the history, culture, and beliefs of each nation. And the environment and problems facing each nation also affected the stories the tribe told. For example, a famous story from the Iroquois tribe of what is today New York tells of how Owl got his wisdom and strange looks by angering the Everything Maker as he worked to create all the animals. As a result of his run-in with the Everything Maker, Owl got his wish for wisdom, but the price was all of the beautiful physical features that he wanted. In addition, because the Everything Maker was angry at Owl, Owl hid and only came out at night when the Everything Maker was fast asleep. Notice how this story explains the funny looks of owls, as well as why they are nocturnal creatures. The Iroquois lived in the woods in what is today the northeast United States, so it makes sense that they would have a story about owls. But imagine the Hopi Indians who lived in the desert of the Southwest. The Hopi might have encountered owls in the desert, but they are much less plentiful in that area of the United States than they are in the area where the Iroquois lived. As a result, they are less likely to have a story about owls. Despite the vast differences in Native American stories, there are some general themes that are common to the stories. A very common theme in American Indian stories is the link between the land and people. This is not surprising since most Native American traditions hold a reverence for the land. But it goes beyond that. Many Native American stories make it clear that humans come from the land and return to the land. As a result, both tribal and individual identity is often associated with the land. Stories of how people are born or die, as well as stories of how people come of age, often have a strong natural